Hi guys, this is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thanks so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is a collective reading. I do speak in broad terms. That means you have to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. Nothing's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. It may not be your reading. This reading is originally created for Tuesday, January 24th, but it's not solely set on that date. I believe readings can be timeless and they find us when we need them. So if it's making sense to you whenever you're watching this, by all means, utilize the reading to your highest good. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is just some housekeeping rules, things I want you to know about when utilizing my channel, what decks I'm using in the video, where to follow me on social media or to request a private reading. Know that I will never reach out to you to request a private reading. So if anybody ever solicits you for buying a reading, it's not me. And also easy ways to support the channel. You can do so by hitting the thumbs up button. That greatly helps. Leaving me a question or comment. Sharing the video out. Or subscribing also. Did you? Oh my god, I think the dog just farted. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Something else I was gonna say. Oh, I'll be talking about the underpinning energy, which is the Sunday reading for the week. So if you hear me talking about cards that are underneath, or that are not on this video, that's the underpinning energy. If you check out that video, it populates the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video. Alright, now let's see what Spirit wants us to know for this very day. Okay, well, at least it's not the devil, guys. We've seen the devil the last 2 days in a row. And this is the Magician. I actually like this Magician card. She's very feminine, which I'm not mad at that at all. I love it. Usually the Magician to me is a man. Alright, so Magician is card number 1 of the major arcana. The Magician is this whole... Oh my god, the dog is totally farting. You're disgusting. You know that, right? He's laying right here next to me and he's like, I don't know if you guys can hear them, but it's gross. Anyways, the Magician is as above, so below is their phrase, pretty much. It's about having sort of all of the elements at our, like, at our, what's the word I'm looking for? At our disposal, Jesus. And putting them to good use, right? You know, taking action, making a creation, creating a plan. Underpinning this from the Sunday reading is the devil. So I wouldn't be so surprised if we're trying to think outside of the box and dealing with something that's difficult for us right now. That would be the devil's influence underneath this, and trying to figure out maybe how to get around it or away from it or let it go, release it. The Magician will be that empowered sort of person that is going to find a way, come hell or high water, so to speak. I mean, I love all of these planets around the card. To me, it speaks like the planets are lining up, working with this Magician to make some effective change, to gain some good ground. All of the flowers around the base of the card make me think of beauty and growth. So even though we've seen the devil lurking in our readings, and he underpins this, I think that this is us standing in our power and maybe facing it down. Like, I'm hearing this sort of Hermione Granger, Wingardium Leviosa, you know, like, just step off. It's not going to work today. So this might be the very card that we need to empower us to face that devil energy that might be around us, to face those more difficult situations with a more creative mindset, right? The Magician is also, he's about magic, so we should also keep in mind that we can see outside of the box at this time, right? We can look at things from a different, fresher perspective and put all of our sort of facilities or faculties is the right word, sorry, not facilities. Put all of our faculties to work, and to good work at that, in creating maybe new outcomes or new paths or avenues around a situation that, you know, probably plagued us, with it being the devil. So let's go to the Absolute Affirmations deck. And this is, we haven't seen this card, so this is kind of cool. My personal growth is unlimited. Let me read the back of it to you. And then the other card is, I trust my journey. So, harness your power to develop your strengths. There is no limit to your personal improvement. Take time to understand any areas in your life that require further growth. There is nothing standing in between turning your good into great. And I like that with the magician because the magician is going to be empowered enough to work his magic and take action, start to create that plan, and put forth that plan with a determination, right? With a flick of the wand, and just be like, it's going to be different today. We're doing it different today. And then watch that grow. Watch the sort of magic take place. Watch things shift and change, hopefully in our favor. Let's look at the clarifiers. We have the Knight of Cups. Not mad at him. We have the Four of Wands. Interesting. And the Ace of Cups. Shit. These are really romantic cards for clarifiers. What the hell's going on here? Definitely a renewal. I'm going to say this. I feel like I'm only a little thrown because we've seen the devil the last 2 days. And these 3 cards here as clarifiers are extremely romantic. But I feel like this knight, to me, when I look at him, he feels like he's moving forward in love. The Four of Wands, to me, is probably about honoring the connection of whatever it is that we might have been dealing with the devil, the validity of that connection. And when I say connection, it doesn't have to be a relationship in particular, right? It can be, say it's a job, say it's a coworker situation, and at one point you were friends, or at one point you loved that job, right? And now you're just kind of over it. It's driving you nuts. It's become the devil, right? You have to figure out where the devil is in your life. Where's the thing that's limiting or causing negativity, fear, restriction, chaining you in a way, right? The magician is here to break those chains. The knight is here to ride away in love and compassion, right? The Four of Wands to me indicates this honoring of the connection, whatever it may have been. Four of Wands can oftentimes symbolize soulmates, right? The 1111 of the Four Wands there. But to me, this feels more like, in a more broad spectrum, it can be honoring sort of whatever connections existed that may not be the same today, right? That may not necessarily hold the same joy or celebration that they once did. The Ace of Cups would be about renewal, right? This new opportunity. And I believe, did we not see the Ace of Swords yesterday? We did. So there's a bit of like surprising moments happening in our thought from yesterday, and now it's transforming in our emotions today. I am going to say this. If there's any of you out there that are dealing with like a sort of devil type situation, and you've figured a new way of looking at it, dealing with it, or meeting it at its level and changing it through this magician card, then these cards could represent a shift back into a more loving place, because they are so sort of romantic and celebratory. But for those of you that can't get that devil to budge, or that devil is just too much, or you can't deal with it anymore, that growth card says to me, we can grow beyond this and we're going to be fine, especially with these as clarifiers. But I feel like these clarifiers are telling us to love ourselves first and foremost, even if that means to pull our love back or to retract from a situation. Honor the situation for the good that it was and the joy that it brought, and then move into emotional renewal, the opportunity to have better feelings around your life. Even the Ace in and of itself is, the number 1 card. So focusing on the self in love, and sort of almost like a healing or cleansing of ourselves of whatever this situation was with the devil. Now the midweek card, we're not quite at the midweek yet, but that midweek card is the Ten of Swords, and that Ten of Swords is kind of like indicating the end of an obsession or the end of a overthinking, all of that sort of stuff. So this could be the beginning of the turning of the tide, so to speak, that leads into that underpinning Ten of Swords. But we have to remain, with these 3 clarifiers, it really feels like we are empowered by the love that we carry. We are empowered by the heart that we hold, the compassion that we have within a situation, even if the situation is the devil, right? We don't have to make it be okay. we can walk away. And I definitely get that feeling with the Knight of Cups that some of us are moving away, moving ourselves out of the situation. But we're doing so empowered, and we're doing so from a place of love and growth, our own growth, right? Putting ourselves first over anyone else. I hope that makes sense to you guys. It will lead to growth and progress. And this I trust my journey also kind of keys into that, like trusting in where we're going, even if it's having to depart something that we thought was something else. And the Four of, hold on, let me just find this one. The Four of Wands in the center there said to me that some of us, whatever it is we're departing from, was very important to us at one point in time. It brought us some serious joy and celebration, and we were very much connected to it. And again, you have to put what that is in your life here in this place of this card, like whether it was a job, a relationship, family. But whatever it was, I feel like it's asking to be honored. And remember, the grounding stone for the week is that on Malachite, that word touch. And I said, stay in your heart center this week. And I feel like that's what these cards are about. Even if it maybe hurts a little bit, even if some tears pour forth. I mean, the Ace of Cups is there, so that could be some tears pouring forth. But those tears pouring forth allow for a cleansing to happen within ourselves and our soul that may allow us to separate from whatever the devil represents. Oh wow, interesting grounding stone. It's freedom. So are we getting free of our devils, our demons, whatever holds us back or keeps us in fear? Yes, that's my feeling today. I feel like we are empowered to do so, especially with the Magician leading the pack here. But we're doing so from a place of love and compassion and in our own personal growth at the forefront is my feeling. Keeping that as our like sort of mindset today and growing towards that freedom. And I'll say this too, with the Knight and the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups, the only way we get free is by finding forgiveness or compassion for whatever this devil may be for you. That's true freedom. It's when you can honor it for what it was, let it go, and like sort of rebirth into something new for yourself. And that's not selfish, it's not wrong, you're not abandoning anybody, it's none of those things. It's about finding freedom. I hope that makes sense, you guys. That is your reading for the day. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, share the video out, subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll see how this energy shifts and changes through the week. And thank you so much. All right, take care. Bye-bye.